Imagine a book so old and special that when opened, tiny glowing pieces of starlight float right out of the pages. This image shows what that ancient book actually looks like. It is filled with beautiful, careful writing that was put down on the page thousands of years ago. This photograph shows the people who still read those exact words today. They gather in white robes to read this story for peace and comfort. Inside these pages is a story about you. It says that deep down, a tiny, bright piece of starlight lives within you, and it is simply visiting this world for a little while. Let's call that little piece of starlight Spark. Spark is friendly, warm, and made entirely of glowing light. But to visit our world, Spark has to wear a disguise. Imagine having to put on a giant, heavy winter coat made entirely out of thick, wet, squishy mud. Spark needs this mud coat to walk around on the earth. The problem is, walking in mud all day makes everything feel sticky, a little messy, and very, very tiring. Lugging all that heavy dirt around is hard work. On really tough days, Spark can't help but look up at the night sky and feel a little homesick for the stars. Then, one day, a gentle, musical voice calls down from the sky. It tells Spark that the long visit is finally over, and it's time to head home. With a big smile, Spark unzips that heavy clay coat, steps out of it, and lets it drop into a puddle. This simple scale shows how the feeling of weight completely changes. With the heavy mud coat pulling down, it's hard to move. But without it, Spark suddenly feels as bouncy and free as a helium balloon floating up into the air. Leaving this world isn't something to be afraid of. It's exactly like taking off heavy, wet clothes at the end of a really long day. Now, completely light and free, Spark floats effortlessly up into the sky. Up, up, past the soft clouds, leaving the sticky dirt below. As Spark rises, all the hard parts of the visit stay behind. The sadness, the tummy aches, the grumpy afternoons, they all stay stuck down there in the mud. Looking up, Spark sees a warm, beautiful light breaking through the softest clouds at the very top of the sky. This floating journey upward is completely natural. It is just a happy traveler finally returning to the place they came from. Spark arrives at a magnificent sky home. It is a city made entirely of bright rainbows, warm sunshine, and soft glowing light. And waiting right there at the gates is Spark's family. They are beings made of the exact same light, rushing out with open arms to welcome their little traveler. They gather around, smiling warmly, and gently drape a beautiful, sparkling cape over Spark's tiny shoulders. It weighs absolutely nothing. Arriving here isn't a scary new beginning. It is a wonderful reunion with a loving family who missed their starlight visitor very much. Then, the family guides Spark to a special, super cozy, glowing chair that was made just for them to rest in. Sitting there, wrapped in clean, sparkling light and surrounded by love, Spark finally feels completely safe and deeply relaxed. This animation shows how Spark's journey is actually your journey. When we zoom into the silhouette, we see that same glowing light shining safely right in the center of your chest too. So no matter how messy or heavy the world might feel today, you can rest easy. One day, your inner Spark will naturally float right back to its peaceful, glowing home.